All right. Good morning from Orlando, Florida. Trust you're doing well. I'll be very brief this morning, going straight to the point. Visa interview deniers. Why? What are the reasons why you were denied your visa interview, or why people get denied of their visa interview, US visa interview? And I will specifically stay on the inconsistent stories that people go to present at the embassy during their visa interview. And the first thing I want to say to you is this: your interviewer is not dumb. Okay, don't think you are smart and then you're going to tell some stories to the interviewer or to the VO and hoping that it will just fly, especially when they become very inconsistent. For example, I think I made a short recently, a short video where I gave an example of someone saying, "Oh, I'm going to study electrical engineering, or I'm going to study pharmaceutical sciences, but I'm coming back to continue my family's business because it's a legacy in our family, blah blah blah." And the VO asks, "Okay, what is your family's business?" And then you say, "Yeah, it's a real estate business. We own plots of land. We own thousands of acres of land in blah blah blah, and then we cannot allow you to stay there. Someone must continue." And the VO is asking you, thinking, "Oh, this guy is going to study pharmaceutical sciences. What's the correlation between pharmaceutical sciences and real estate, land, and pharmaceutical sciences?" So you want your story to align. Okay, you want to paint a correct story, and that's why personally I believe lying through interview should, you can say some things with wisdom, but outrightly lying, saying some very erroneous stuff, is not what I advise. A lot of people have been in terrible situations where they are finding it difficult to correct it because they lied in one interview, they were denied, then another interview they had to lie again or try to correct, or probably they've even forgotten that they lied many years ago. Now I know someone, the situation with the person is that the agent that helped him with filing his blah 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 many years ago lied one big lie in the DS-160 form. And when this person was going for another visa interview many years later, the viewer was saying, "Yeah, but this is what was written in your initial application, so time during this time." And then the viewer denied the person, of course. So many situations like this will come, and then so once it starts painting a picture of inconsistency to the viewer, it's not what you want. It's not what you want. So please, it's very important to pay attention to what you actually write, what you actually say to the viewer, what you feel in DS-160 form, and what you actually say when you are doing that interview. Very, very important. Another situation is someone saying, "Oh, my dad is a this and that." Then, my dad owns this, is a, let's say, general manager in the oil and gas company, blah blah blah, and then you are saying these big things about your dad, and then you say, "Oh, you yourself, you earn this amount of money, this big amount of money, but how are you going to study?" You say, "Oh, you are going to go through loans." Okay, that you've secured a loan from so organization, maybe Empower or any of these other loan body, and they'll be giving you loan for your study, this and that. That's inconsistent because you already painted a picture of your dad as one big man that earns this big amount of money. Okay, and then you already painted yourself, you are earning this big amount of money, but you are saying, "Oh, um you want to go with loan, you want to go study with loan." The viewer is trying to weigh the two and saying, but this does not tally. Sometimes the reason for denial is not even actually because someone is lying. The viewer just sense some inconsistency. Some things can be true. Pay attention. Some things can be true, uh, but the way you present it will still show to the viewer like they are inconsistent. So that's why it's good when you want to go for your interview, sit down, paint your story very well. Paint your story very well. Anything that appears inconsistent, you want to take it away. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. Okay, a lot of things can be true about someone. For example, you can be a very wonderful physicist and then you know how to You also did tailoring when you were growing up. You know how to do these things. If the tailoring story will appear inconsistent in your story, please just remove it. You want to paint consistent story. And what's the consistent story for a student? For example, a student wants to paint that, say, number one, I'm worthy of this admission that I've gotten. It's one. I deserve the admission. I'm a scholar. You want to paint that thing. If you have gotten assistantship funding from the school, you want to paint the story that you deserve it. Some of the stories you want to paint may be how you have gotten something like that all through your years, all through your university days, all through your secondary school days, how you've been consistent with your scholarship activities, or with your academic activities, how you've been excelling, flying high. You want to paint that story. You want to paint the fact that you will not suffer when you get to the country, to the United States, that your tuition, your everything is taken care of. Okay, you want to paint that story, that there's no suffering coming for you, that you won't be roaming around, that you will stay in school and not just leave. Those are the stories you want to paint. You want to paint that story that, see, I am who my CV say I am. I am the person my DS160 says I am. That's the story you want to paint. So some things may appear inconsistent even with us, like personally, individually, like stories that were not really, match each other. For example, so let's say someone coming from separated home. The father is very rich. The mother, but because you are several, you are with your mom, and then maybe or some people have disagreements in their family. Even though they're very rich, but they are not supporting your dreams, and that you don't want to paint that story of, oh, my dad is very rich, but I'm going with loans. Okay, you want to try and just make things, the true things about you, that are consistent with what you want to go and do. That is the things you want to paint. That's just a summary. The true things about you consistent with what you want to go and do. Because some things can be true about you, but to the view, it's not making sense, and it will be like shooting yourself in the foot if you paint that story, if you tell those stories. So you want to say those things that are really true. If you are going to study electrical electronics engineering, don't say, "Oh, I'm coming," and then you have a barber shop in Nigeria. People have it, people do it, right? They studied one big course, but they have businesses and their barber shop. So the barber shop is what you have, or barbing salon is what you have. Then you say, "Oh, I'm going to study in the United States so I can come back to scale up my business." Okay, the viewer is thinking, scale up your business. And what business do you have? Oh, I have a barbing salon that's been registered with the so commission, corporate affairs commission. The barbing salon is the viewer is thinking, electrical electronics engineering, coming back for a barbing salon to scale it up. It does not follow. Okay, people do things. Okay, you are a lady, you did study biochemistry, and then you are doing your cake business too in Nigeria. Okay, and you are doing very well with your cake business. This, a lot of people are patronizing you. You are doing very well. But when you are going for an interview, what you are going for to study is biochemistry or chemistry. It's difficult to now say, "Oh, I'm coming back to scale up my cake business," because it doesn't really tally. You can see how some things can be true about you, but they will form inconsistent stories. So you want to make things very consistent. You want to say things that are consistent with what you want to go and study, with what you want to come back to do, with what you have done all your life. That's the summary. Okay, I want to thank you folks for joining in today. If you've not subscribed to this channel, just subscribe. It's going to be a very short one today. I think I see a few folks watching live. If you have any question, you can quickly ask before I run away. Quickly, in a few seconds, let me see if anyone has any question. All right, I want to say thank you, guys. I wish I can know those who have joined live. Some people have left, but those who are left, let me see. Just mention your name. Let me say hi to you. It's usually nice to say hi to people. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, it seems they don't want to say hi. All right, no problem. Just pay attention to what you write in your DS160 form, what you say during your interview. Make sure you are consistent. Inconsistency has denied a lot of people this opportunity. It has. All right, thank you so much for joining in. It's just gonna be this 10 minutes. God bless you. Very good. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed to this channel. We want to try and grow this thing. Go higher, even though I've not been very consistent with the thing here. But again, we want to grow it. Maybe scale it up once. I started using the same words that people use in interview. All right. God bless you. Have a great time.